Hello everyone, welcome back to another Mad Mowers video. Today we're going to be looking at the Kress RTK domestic robots from the 600 up to the 5,000 square meters. So let's dive straight in. So starting off, there is no boundary wire. It's all done with RTK, which is real-time kinematics to a powered network. So it's centimeter accurate without having to have a boundary wire. Now the great thing with Kress as well is they have set up a network with their dealers and with hotels, etc. So you don't need your own tower either. We can take our demo machine, put it into any garden without setting up a tower in your garden, and it can just work. Time of recording, the prices for these machines are depending on the size of your garden, starting from 1,500 up to 4,000. Now the shell of the machine actually stays the same, so the size of the machine is the same except on the 5,000. I'll talk about some differences on that. But it's the battery, the motors you change going up the range. So on the 5,000 model, the only difference, it's got the same shell, just underneath on the blades. It's got blades on the bottom of the disc as well as the top. Which means you can go through longer grass and it will cut it up finer. So obviously one of the best features about a robotic mower is you don't have to mow your lawn. Yes, you still have to trim it and cut your hedges, but it will take care of 90% of the cutting of the lawn. So your lawn always looks really nice. They go in straight lines, and because they go out every day or every other day through the summer, it just has such a green finish because it's been taking such a small amount off the top, and it just leaves the lawn looking lovely. So now we're going to run through some features of this machine. So it has the RTK head, which means it's accurate to 1 centimeter, and you don't need a boundary wire. It has obstacle avoidance on the front, so it should see an obstacle before it taps it. That's only available on the models that have that fitted. The cheaper ones don't have those. They all come with bumpers on the front, so if there is an obstacle that we haven't mapped into the map, it will tap it and then find a way around it. So it has an electric blade height as well, so that's all done on the app, which means you can have section A done at 50 millimeters and section B done at 30, all dependent on your preference. You can even add sections in the middle if you want like a badminton court in the middle of your lawn. You can add that in on the app and have that cut shorter or longer. So it has a rain sensor on the side so it can tell when it's raining, which it is today. So moving on to the wheels and the motors, really grippy studded tires, and it also has regenerative braking, so when it's going down a hill it can get a little bit of charge back. So something you'll find, because we live in England, is that a bit of grass will get stuck to the wheels if it's a bit moist out there, if it's gone out in the morning dew. So they make a brush kit that replaces this top guard that will just keep the grass off. So it has some razor sharp blades on there on a disc. On the 5,000 square meter model, you'll also have blades on the back of the disc as well as on the bottom, and that spins. Here you can see the deck that moves up and down, and you'll also see that the front wheels are just casters. They are not motorized, it's only the back wheels that have motors. And it's got a very sturdy solid metal bar that runs to the casters. This is also what detects it's been picked up. Charging's done on the side. Now the installation process, which some call a negative, I don't think it's negative because it's less work for you. So how it works is you have to have a dealer come down with a mapping cart to install it. You also need a dealer to come down to change it, so if you want to expand your garden or retract where the edge of your border is, then a dealer has to come. So yeah, unlike other models where you have to use remote control to wheel it around the garden, we did one lawn that took us a whole day with a mapping cart, which we were walking at, normal pace behind, and that took us a whole day. So you can imagine walking behind that with your phone, trying to remote control it. It's a lot harder for you, so it's a much more accurate map when you have a dealer come out and do it. You can change Everything else on there, you can split it into multiple zones and the height all yourself. But if you just want to change the border, a dealer has to come out and do that. So let's have a quick look at the top of the machine. So you have your stop button and your power button, and then you've also got a screen and some controls. Now it has a few controls on there which you need to start the robot once it's first being turned on, but after that everything should be done on the app. It is loaded with features, the app. If you want to see the video on how the app works and everything you can do to control the robot, be sure to check out our other video on that. So my favourite features by far are the fact it has no boundary wire, goes in a straight line, and is so customizable on the app. You can control it so much. But that's enough from me talking about it. Let's have a look at one of our customers, Ted.
Well, I had a very old ride-on mower, and I had to empty it by hand and put it in a big pile in the corner, which got heavier as I got older, I think. We'd had it for many years, and it was coming towards, in fact, it did come to the end of its useful life, and I realized I had to do something else. And in fact, it was a friend who recommended I went to Mad Mowers. And when I got there and explained my predicament, I expected them to show me another ride-on mower, but they said, "Have you thought about a robotic lawnmower?" "No," said I. "Are they any good?" Oh, terrible question. Anyway, they said, Michael, in fact, said, "Would you like me to come out and give you a demonstration?" Well, I said, yes, that would be lovely. I have to say that at the same time, my husband was very ill in hospital, and that was becoming a struggle, and the lawn became a nightmare, wondering how I was going to keep on top of it. So they came along and he did the demonstration, and within 5 minutes I knew that this was the answer to my prayers. Some friends had already got one, but they had to have wires everywhere or an aerial or something. So I was really impressed to discover that this one was done entirely by GPS, and I could control it with my phone and find out if it was doing all right. And the fact that it just does everything. I thought my lawn would be too bumpy, that there were humps and hollows, that there were trees and shrubs and all sorts of things in the way, a pond, various obstacles. I never dreamt that it would manage to deal with them all so effortlessly, and to be honest, it's like magic. I should have done it I shouldn't have done it years ago, because now I've got the latest technology, and I just think it's absolutely fabulous.
She absolutely loves that mower. It does such a good job on her lawn. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to check out the video on the app and all the functions you have there as well. And give us a call if you want a free demonstration and you're in our area, or if you're not in our area, just go to Kress and look for the dealer locator, and you can find your nearest dealer.